Episode 3 of Fear the Walking Dead, The Dog. Hey guys, and welcome to Fear the Walking Dead spoiler and review show. So today we're going to be talking about the Fear the Walking Dead Episode 3, The Dog. This was a very interesting episode. I really enjoyed it. So far I've loved the Fear the Walking Dead show. It's very interesting to me. I love to see the beginning of the apocalypse. I know we see, Rick and his group, but this is really interesting to finally see the beginning. I've always wondered how it started since they kind of skipped that in The Walking Dead, but I'm really interested in how it's going out. Now, one thing to note, this show is going to have a lot of spoilers. If you have not seen the episode yet, I recommend that you go and watch that first, then come back and watch this and we can have a conversation. I realize this is more of a discussion than, a review, so make sure to leave a comment about anything that you see that really intrigues you. Alright, and also one more thing, if you are not into seeing dogs die, this isn't the episode for you. Alright, we have 10 things to cover, so let's get to it. We finally see the mysterious zombie that is in the commercial. Ever since I've started watching this show, I was waiting for this zombie to pop up. I thought it was going to happen in the last episode, but it turns out it was, in fact, Christopher who eventually ends up seeing the weird zombie. I'm not sure exactly what's up with it. It's kind of weird. I'm really interested in finding out. Also, is there going to be like boss zombies? Because that would be boss. More and more, I'm starting to not like Christopher. For some reason, he's just rubbing me the wrong way. Number one, he tried to leave Maddie and their group behind. He was like, they're gonna do the same thing, we can just leave without them. We don't need their group. It just really irked me off because obviously Travis cares about him, and all of a sudden, Christopher, even though he treats his dad kind of like a jerk, expects that his dad's going to be all about just him and not his other family that's really important to him. So it's just starting to irk me out. He just seems kind of like a disrespectful kid, especially to Mr. Salazar. Daniel Salazar, he just is, trying to protect his family. Christopher is just not nice to very many people at all. The incident with the razor where Christopher picks it up and he just kind of looks at Salazar and he's just like, kind of crazy. It was making me kind of worried. Did you see that guy smiling? Honestly, I wonder about some people. They really seem to thrive in this chaos. They're actually enjoying this whole riot thing, and it's like, what is going on with this world? People are crazy sometimes. And the weird part is that there's real riots like this going on in real life, and it makes me wonder about some people, about their sanity. I'm like, who let these guys in? I don't know what it is about them, but they just love to be in the middle of the chaos. And along with the rioting, I have a really hard time believing that the pickup that they left there is perfectly fine when they go back. I don't think that's how it would be. I think that pickup would be long gone, either driven away or just messed up to point of no return. I actually love how they sit down and start playing Monopoly. It kind of gives you a sense of security, even though you know that you're not going to want that sense of security once they jump scare you. But at the moment, it was a really nice touch, and I loved how they were kind of keep the family together still, kind of remaining in a normalcy, and obviously that was not going to stay, and they couldn't play for long, but it was really interesting. I really liked that, to see the interaction between them, not over life and death type things. It was a nice touch that the hospital was kind of the first thing to be totally overrun, because if you think about it, that would definitely be the first place that would happen. If you think about it, they're going to take bitten people to the hospital, they're going to have people dying in the hospital. Those places are going to be overrun with walkers no matter what. It's kind of interesting since Rick ended up not being a walker, even though all of that happened and he woke up in a hospital. It really makes sense that Nick is kind of the first person to get a handle on the situation and start functioning, because if you think about it, being a drug addict, he's been in some shady situations, he's had to deal with some creepy figures, and he's just kind of figured out, okay, I've been scared before, we can handle this. He kind of takes control and he starts moving, and even Maddie's a little bit paralyzed. So he just kind of takes control and goes for it. I really got the Herschel vibe when I was thinking about Daniel Salazar. He just seemed like a very profound character, said some profound things. He was very quiet, but strong-figured. He was just kind of the father, and he was making sure to take control. He definitely seems kind of like our Herschel. But I'm also wondering, why is he so afraid to kind of trust Maddie and Travis? I mean, they haven't done anything to hurt him so far. Why is he so against, giving them kind of a chance to be their friends? He doesn't want anything to do with them. He seems like, hey, I don't want to be in your debt. Why do you say that? I mean, being in someone's debt, it's not debt what he's in. It's unhelpful. I mean, when things get that rough, you're no longer keeping score. You're just friends. I love it so much. I thought it was hilarious when Travis takes the trash out to the curb and the other guy's still there and he's like looking at each other, give each other a look like, is this what we're really doing? Are we putting trash on the road? It's really funny. I love that moment where they just look at each other like, alright, I guess we're neighbors and we're just putting trash out on the road. Things are kind of normal still. Honestly, I was expecting them to all kind of head off into the desert like they said they were going to, and all of a sudden a twist pops up and the military's here, cleans out all the zombies. It almost seems like they're going to fight back and they're actually going to win this whole thing and they're not going to have to deal with all the problems. Is this show going to take us into more of the military side? Maybe they're going to be mixed in with the military a little bit. I thought it was really interesting how they came in and saved the day and everything was going back to normal almost. It's like, wow, we can live on the street without being afraid for our lives. The military is really taken in at this point. Honestly, I thought it was probably a good story point because if they went off into the desert, yeah, they'd be in the desert, but you gotta have plot points. What's gonna happen if that happens? Nothing. Alright, the last point I want to talk about, it's super sad. The actual subject of this episode, and it's the dog. Personally, I love dogs, and I found this very sad. I did not like when the dog died. In fact, I was hoping that the dog would kind of be their companion, kind of help them while they were weak, you know, attack some walkers or whatever. But apparently, the creators of the show had something else in mind, and they executed the dog. Poor Peter has been eating people left and right, and now it's also dogs he's eating, and it just makes me sick. I'm really sad. I really liked the dog. I wanted him to become part of the group, but that was not kind of the thing. I was thinking maybe like a Will Smith I Am Legend where he has the dog as a partner. I thought that was kind of be the case, but apparently not. Even in that show, I guess, his dog died too. Alright guys, I think that's it for today, so make sure to leave in the comment who you guys think is going to die next. My vote is sadly Mrs. Salazar. She just seems to keep getting in trouble. She has a foot problem. I don't know how she's going to run away if things go bad. But if that does happen, maybe her husband will stay behind and be eaten too? Who knows? I'm really excited to see what these next episodes bring. Make sure to leave a comment about any of the things you may disagree on that I talked about, or maybe you agree and you just want to add another point. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Peace out.